Hello, good day to everybody. This is my final product review for the LFaster mountain board that I have purchased off Amazon. This video is for the LFaster mountain board company people specifically to give a video documentary of the damages, imperfections, and inconsistency with the title description for the size and hardware to be with the board. Alright, let's get into it. This is what I had ordered. Board deck only, which was only supposed to have the front and the rear motor mount truck holes and the front and rear foot strap holes. What I received instead was this here board with deck holders, which came with grip tape, foot straps on either end. Mine came with grip tape and no foot straps on either end, which I didn't want. You can tell that the foot straps were mounted and taken off the board from the indentations in the wood. On either end, grip tape on when I ordered specifically no grip tape. It was put on poorly. It's not wide enough to go from side to side, and it's also crooked on both ends. The grip tape is peeling up and taking the paint off the board there, peeling up here, but hasn't taken any tape off the board. The board is advertised as 9 inches wide by 37 inches long. Let's measure it. Alright, what we got best here from tip to tip on the board, we have 8 1/4 inches wide. It's advertised as 9 or 3/4 of an inch off. Let's measure up the length of it. It's advertised as 37 inches. That's right. Guess what? We got 37, 38 inches. I ordered this board specifically for the dimensions of 9 by 37 for the reason I ordered up these Trampa deck wings to help relieve with foot arch stress because it's concaved. It's wider to give you more stability, and you mount your foot mount holes on top of this so it's not in your board, stressing your board out. And these dimensions for it is to fit a 9-inch wide board by any of these lengths. Like I said, at best, tip to tip at the end was 8 1/4 inches, but to where the foot mount wings go, we're not even getting 8 inches. So these wings for the deck that I've ordered up for stability, foot comfort, extra height, are not going to fit. They're going to be 1/2 inch too big on either side, which is not going to work for this deck as it's 9 inches wide. We're not even getting 8 inches to where the foot mount straps or the deck wing would mount to for the foot mount straps to go to. So I'm going to have to return that to the United Kingdom, which is going to be a hassle. Alright, let's get to the bottom of the board, the imperfections and the damages. First of all, we got a pretty substantial dent on the corner here, as you can see. We also have scratches within the board. Here's a huge long one from here to here. We have another scuff in the board right here. We have another dent in the board right there with a scratch, really heavy scratch, scratches along the edge, more scratches along the edge, and another little nick out of the board there, it looks like. And we also have improper sealed edge on the side where the epoxy or resin hasn't been filled in, and there's pockets in the wood. Also, right here on the board and right here on the board hasn't been sanded evenly, which is allowing a gap imperfection on the board from it not lining up straight. This one's even worse. You can actually see it just in the paint line. Even it that way, we got a gap there. I put it to that end, we got a huge gap there. You can hear the ruler rocking on the bump. Very poorly manufactured that way. Should have been checked before it went out the door. We have the front truck mount holes, they're fine. The rear truck mount holes, they're fine. Then we have the foot mount strap holes, which are not asymmetrical from end to end, and also on different angles. Here's the distance from the edge to this one to this one. And then we go to this one, which is that much off, which is going to create instability when you ride the board. And if you take a look at the angle of these two on the board compared to the two down on this end, and they're drilled at different angles, which is also going to create instability. So therefore, I'm going to have to fill all these holes in, re-drill them, sand them. Also, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra holes in the deck that aren't supposed to be there, which tells me somebody has purchased it, started to DIY it, decided they didn't want it, returned it, got a refund. The company repackaged it and sent me out a half-done product. And I'm also going to have to sand and fill these holes here that aren't supposed to be in the deck, which is going to ruin the finish on the deck. I'm going to have to repaint it, buy wood fill, sand it, put more money into the deck. I've spent $171.61 on this deck. I expect there to be more of a product for that amount of money that I'm paying on something. Thanks, LFaster, get back to me.